In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on July 9, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Washington Nationals versus Atlanta Braves. National League East foes will continue a 3-game series on Saturday evening when the Washington Nationals visit the Atlanta Braves at Truist Park. Atlanta rolled to a 12-2 win in Friday's opener to cash in as a massive -249 favorite. Washington is in last place at 30-56, while Atlanta holds down second with a record of 50-35 for the season. The Braves now hold a 5-2 head-to-head advantage this season with 4 straight wins over the Nationals. After a horrible start to the year, Patrick Corbin has responded nicely through the middle portion of July with 2 strong starts. He gave up 1 run over 7 innings on Monday in a no decision against the Marlins in his last appearance. He struck out 4 batters and only issued 1 walk. 2 starts earlier, he struck out a whopping 12 batters in a win over the Pirates. With that said, those 2 performances were against 2 of the weaker batting lineups in the National League. Atlanta presents a different animal for the veteran lefty, and he will certainly struggle in this one. They have the second most home runs in the majors and carry the highest slugging percentage. The Braves have won 7 of their last 10 games overall. Atlanta is among the hottest teams in baseball since the start of June, as this is suddenly looking like a well-rounded roster that is very capable of bringing home another World Series trophy. The same can't be said of the Nationals, who simply don't have the pitching to compete against a team like the Braves most nights, especially when going up against someone like Wright. So the Atlanta Braves to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Nationals have been meager from the plate this season, and that will certainly continue in this matchup against Kyle Wright. The impressive 26-year-old has a 2.91 ERA, 1.14 WHIP, and a 98-31 Kelvin BB ratio this season. Washington comes into this weekend with the 3rd fewest home runs in the majors, while averaging a lackluster 3.92 runs per game. You can expect most of the runs in this contest to come from the Braves battering around Corbin. Atlanta has been strong at the plate, averaging the 5th most runs in baseball. Corbin does have a 111 Fahrenheit IP-, which is below average but far from the disaster his ERA might indicate. On the other side, Atlanta's bullpen has been outstanding with the best WRR total in baseball by a healthy amount, so both teams will have capable enough pitching here. Washington hasn't been a great offense either, ranking in the middle of pack with a 101 WRC+. The total number has gone under in 6 straight games overall for Atlanta. Expect Atlanta pitching to hold down the Nationals enough for an under to hit. I anticipate a 6-1 or 5-2 type of game with Wright dominating for much of the afternoon. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Marlins versus New York Mets. The Miami Marlins have been trying to climb back to .500 on the season as they sit at 40-42. Young lefty Braxton Garrett will get the ball and is coming off his best start, but he did not factor into the decision against the Washington Nationals as he went 7.1 innings and gave up a run on 4 hits with a walk and 4 strikeouts. The New York Mets have been trying to keep their lead over the Atlanta Braves in the National League East and hold a 3-game lead over the surging Atlanta Braves. Veteran right-hander Carlos Carrasco will get the start here as he is coming off a victory over the Texas Rangers as he finished with 5.2 innings and allowed a run on 6 hits with a walk and 8 strikeouts. Carlos Carrasco has been doing well at home this season as he is 6-1 with a 3.63 home ERA and 9 starts, while Braxton Garrett is making just his 17th career appearance, so it is hard to take his numbers without a grain of salt. But he has a 4.79 career ERA. Having power lately offensively seems to be a big difference between these lineups, as New York is averaging 22.82 at-bats per home run in the previous 7 days, while Miami is averaging 32.86 at-bats per home run in that same stretch of games. The Mets have won 4 of the previous 5 games against the Marlins. The Marlins were able to bounce back and win Game 2 of this series after getting blown out in Game 1. New York has dominated Miami and New York lately. Carlos Carrasco bounced back in his last start start by only allowing 1 run over 5.2 innings pitched. In his previous 2 starts, Carrasco allowed 11 runs. For the Marlins, Braxton Garrett also allowed 1 run in his last start after allowing 5 runs in his previous start. I expect the Mets to bounce back here, so the New York Mets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. These pitching staffs have been giving up some runs in the previous 30 days as the Mets are 13th in baseball with a 3.93 team ER in that span, while the Marlins have a 4.09 ER over the course of those games. Batting average of balls in play can paint some pictures as it can tell you if teams have the ability to shift against their lineups. New York is 5th in the majors with a .300 BIP as a team, while Miami is 12th with a .293 BIP. The over is 13 to 4 to 1 in the Marlins' last 18 during Game 3 of a series, as well as it being 5 to 1 to 1 in the Mets' previous 7 Saturday games. Miami has quietly put together a capable offense with a 101 WRC plus thanks to a combination of a few offseason additions helping the depth plus some exciting young players. Carrasco isn't getting great results with a 120 ER minus, and the Mets bullpen is solid but far from perfect. The Mets are one of the best defenses in the league by any measure, ranking 6th with a 112 WRC plus thanks to having very few holes in the lineup. Both offenses can get the job done, especially with average at best starters on the hill. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Yankees versus Boston Red Sox. The New York Yankees play one of baseball's biggest rivalries Saturday when taking the field at Fenway Park in Boston to face the Boston Red Sox. The Yankees own baseball's best record and are 14 half games ahead of second-place Tampa Bay in the American League East. Boston dropped to 3rd place in the American League East, 16 games behind the Yankees. The Boston Red Sox have scored 11 runs in their last 3 games and 4 or more runs in 5 of their last 6 games. The Red Sox have lost 5 of their last 8 games when scoring 4 or more runs. Rafael Devers leads the Red Sox with 106 hits and 51 RBI, while Xander Bogaerts and J.D. Martinez have combined for 181 hits and 69 RBI. Cutter Crawford gets the ball, and he is 2-2 with a 5.04 ER and 32 strikeouts this season. Crawford is 1-1 with a 0 ER and 7 strikeouts in his career against the Yankees. New York has dominated Boston this season and late last season, winning 4 of the last 5 at Fenway Park and winning 9 of the last 11 overall against Boston. New York's Aaron Judge is leading baseball in home runs with 30, which is 3 better than any other player. Judge is 4th in baseball in RBIs with 64. New York starting pitcher Jordan Montgomery had an above-average start last time out, allowing 3 hits and 1 run in 5 innings with 8 strikeouts while walking 3 last Sunday but received no help from his lineup and the Yankees 2-0. However, New York had won each of Montgomery's previous 4 starts. Jordan Montgomery has also been great this season, which includes allowing 31 hits and 14 runs in his last 37 innings. Cutter Crawford is just way too inexperienced to think he's going to be the guy to slow down this Yankees offense, and he hasn't been great in limited frames anyway. The New York Yankees are just way too consistent and way too hot offensively to bet against. So the New York Yankees money line is our full game side pick. Although New York and Boston are in the top 10 in several hitting categories, when these two take the diamond, the total has finished under in 6 of the last 8 played at Fenway Park and in 12 of the last 18. The total has also finished under in 6 of New York's last 8 overall, as well as in 4 of Boston's last 5. The Yankees are 2nd in baseball and team ER, and Boston is a very respectable 9th. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.